Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Marvel Team Up featuring Spider-Man and Valkyrie. This is issue number 34. It's a book from 1975. Yeah, it's that old. Still good, right? Remember our buddy Meteor Man? I did a review with, I believe, was it Black Giant Man? I'm not sure how you... that's the right word, when he just grew, like a giant, and then he, I don't know, blew himself up. So I believe we go back a little bit more in time because Spider-Man also teamed up with Nighthawk from the Defenders. And this is the aftermath, basically. I don't have that book, but, it doesn't matter. It has Meteor Man. What more do you want? Anyway, so drawn by Sal Buscema, probably one of my favorites. He's definitely my top 5 artist of all time. Gerry Conway, the author, and a lot of other people. So Spider-Man is basically reminiscing, right, about his troubles in life, but then a shadow is behind him, and it's, oh no, it's our buddy Meteor Man, and Meteor Man is a pretty strong guy. I like his unique look, with the mask and the balloon. It's we don't see that much. I know why, because, well, balloons are pretty, it's a weakness, right? Anyway, so he punches Spider-Man and he says, I told you not to fear in my plans anymore. And he's basically punishing him. And he's really getting it. But, Spider-Man has enough. Nobody's punching back, right? But Meteor Man says, imbecile, is your mind so weak you already forgot my power? Your strongest blow is only an irritation, Spider-Man, while my most casual punch, adds, sends you hurling out to the sea. Take this as my second and final warning, Spider-Man. I have certain arrangements to make to ensure my success in my future endeavors. Leave me free to make those arrangements, or next time you'll pay for your kibitzing? What's that? What's that word? With your life. Anyway, and then we go to the Defenders, right? And here's Kyle. Kyle is, startling Aragorn, and Valkyrie's not too happy about it and said, hey, he says he's angry. Angry about what? Spider-Man. That's what, or rather whom. I can't get over his attitude. We were working together to capture a superpowered madman called Meteor Man. And my research into Meteor Man's background convinced me the man has been maltreated in prison. That what he needed was a psychiatrist, not a cell. When I mentioned this to Spider-Man, he exploded. So I don't know what happened. Maybe there's other reasons why Spider-Man was, so angry. Never saw someone get so bloodthirsty, Valkyrie. What do you mean? How do you mean bloodthirsty? I mean, he wanted to go all out to grab his Meteor guy, this Norton G. Fester. Frankly, the way he acted made me sick. And what happened to Fester? Search me, Valkyrie. I left in a hurry. And he says, you mean to say you let the Meteor Man go free? I thought I explained. Yes, you explained. You explained how you abandoned your responsibility. You involved yourself in this Meteor Man matter, and then you quit. So she gives him a burn, right? And he says, I never understand that woman. Never in a million years. So, and then we have a side plot that's going to happen in the future. I don't know. Do I have this book? Probably not. But there's some abandoned building or desanctified church awaiting demolition, and some cops coming in, and there's some kind of a rave, and there's one man standing in the middle. He is called Jeremiah, self-styled prophet of the Lord. Now, this is a little bit, I don't know if you read it, but it's more like, side plots. He looks pretty terrifying, with his eyebrows and his face. And he says, oh, how dare you interrupt our holy celebration, man of Caesar. I don't know who this man of Caesar is, but maybe that's his delusion. So these guys introducing themselves, not sure why, but Jeremiah says, no, you need to shut up. And he says, mine is the duty to cleanse the world of sin. Begone, minions of the material world. Disintegrates them with his power. And the other ones just keep dancing. Don't know if this is important. Maybe in other issues, but I don't have that. So maybe we're going to find out. So Spider-Man ransacked or salvaged a police radio. And he's listening to, radio news. And there is a crime in progress, right? some antiques. So, of course, Meteor Man is in here because his shtick is getting meteors for enhancing his powers that he already have. So Valkyrie comes in and he says, Spider-Man says, hey, I can help, Lieutenant. If the man I think is in there is, you can handle him yourselves. Well, let me tell you, Buster. And then Valkyrie comes in. My name is Valkyrie. I'm a defender. A friend of mine, Nighthawk, told me of your struggle, Spider-Man. I'm here to help. But he says, nah, I don't need help. It's my responsibility, right? Look at this logo. You know, it's also different. You know, this older logo. Still like it. Now, Missy, where do you think you're going? If that costume nub wants to kill himself, that's his business. But you're a lady, and I can't. She says, unhand me, man. I'm told you. I am Valkyrie, and I do what I want. All right, so Spider-Man is here. His spider sense is tingling, but you cannot see the Meteor Man because it's dark. Meteor Man attacks. You were warned, Spider-Man, but you wouldn't listen. You will pay the price of your obstinacy, that I said, in full. I don't think so, Meteor Man. If anyone is to pay the price, it is you. Now, I'm going to pause here. You know what I really like about Sal Buscema's art? The way he draws human, a certain anatomy. His art is very kinetic, very, fast-paced, when it comes to action. I mean, look at her posture, very cautiously, dragon fang or in her hands. Meteor Man is ready to strike, right? You don't see that in modern comics anymore, right? This is, a unique, in my opinion, unique approach how to tackle action scenes. I mean, even if the way she slashes, she moves her whole body into it, right? And he jumps away, like a meteor or a spider and strikes her from behind. And then you see her facial expression that she is in pain. All this in 3 panels. It's just really well executed. All right. Just as expected from a man. Attack from behind. I admit my mistake in treating you honorably, Masked Man. But I won't make that mistake again. Say you're not bad, Blondie. Where you learn to fancy fist work. You might say I was born with the knowledge, Spider-Man. What shall we do with this piece of human rubbish? Do? You do nothing with me, woman. Nothing! And he jumps out like a Meteor Man. Because he moves like a rocket. All right. So they asked this owner, can you tell us what the bozo want here? Well, there was a statue. Small figurine, hundreds of years old. Let me guess, the figurine was made of some special kind of stone, right? The Rubinbach Venus is world famous, young man. It was sculpted from the remains of a meteor who fell in Russia 200 years ago. Bingo. You think there's a connection between the meteor of the Venus statue and the Meteor Man? I know it, Valkyrie. You see, Meteor Man got his powers from a gas trapped inside a meteor he discovered. Since then, he's been trying to find more meteors with similar gases, probably to increase the powers he already has. There goes my spider sense, and there against the clouds, the Meteor Man. All right, so we have this Jeremiah wants to sacrifice Spider-Man in future issue. All right, so Meteor Man is ballooning away. I know, ballooning is not a word. So he attacks, but Meteor Man too strong. Right, punch him in the way. Ads. Well, it's not really ads. Columns? Bulletin. Marvel. All right. So he wants to kill him. This is no good. I can't fight up here. There's no way I can leverage or balance myself. This is it. I can't hold much longer. So then Valkyrie comes in and throws Dragon Fang. And no, my balloon! You shattered my balloon! And he's falling, right? And he's getting caught by Valkyrie. Now, hey, lady, I'm glad you did. Now, how about grabbing Meteor Man? And she says it's too late. He's going to crash. He's alive. Apparently, whatever gave him his super strength also made him partially invulnerable. He'll be in a hospital for many months, but he should survive. Anyways, also the figurine is okay. His body must have protected it during his landing. But what did you say about the psychiatrist? Well, I've been thinking. I did shoot off my mouth a bit quickly when Nighthawk told me about Fester's prison treatment. I guess you learn fast in this business, Valkyrie. You know something, Spider-Man? I guess you do. All right, I like this very much. I like just all the comics. The action is way more fun, and now everybody knows Spider-Man's identity. It's there's no secrecy anymore. No tensions. Just I don't know, things go through the motions. Again, Meteor Man, just a great character, but his balloon shtick is his biggest weakness. Still thinks it's a fun gimmick, by the way. Anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. And yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.